Welcome back. And thank you for all my OG subscribers and all of my new subscribers. I appreciate you so very much. So these are all the products we're going to be using today. We're going to be doing a fill-in on overlay on my natural nails using builder gel. So I have already pushed back my cuticles, so we are pretty much ready to go. I am going to show you my process of doing prep, and we're going to try out a new technique to lay the builder gel down. So I really hope you enjoy, and I hope you get something out of it. Now I am going to show you one hand only, just to save time, because it did both hands exactly the same. So here I am using a buffer to take the shine off of my natural nail that has grown out. And this is a 2-week grow out. And my nails grow really fast, so there is more than enough grow out to do this fill. I also cannot stand having any grow out that I can see. It just drives me nuts. And this buffer is actually just a little bit coarser than most buffers. I don't want it to be like a 100, 180. It takes too much off of my nail. I just want it just a slight buff with maybe a little scratch in there to take the shine off of the natural nail. I also do a little bit on the overlay that's already there, just so that the new layer of gel adheres really well. Once I'm done with that, then I will clean these really well with a scrub brush and alcohol, and then I'll clean them a second time with just a lint-free wipe or paper towel. I don't have any lint-free wipes right now, so I'm just going to use a paper towel. Just make sure they're clean and there's no residue, dust residue, or any fibers left on the nails from the cloth that you use. Because we don't really want to do all this work and then have fuzzies in our nails. That would stink. And y'all, I have done that before. I didn't notice it until they were already finished, and I was very frustrated. So here I'm just going to go and nip a couple of little spots where I missed when I was doing my prep, or possibly created while I was doing the buffing. Sometimes I get a little rough on myself and I buff my skin a little bit, but that's okay. It won't hurt anything. It's only me doing my own nails. I'm not working on a client. So now let's get into doing the prep to make sure our gel sticks to the nail. And I'm going to go ahead and let you watch, and I'll pop back in if there is anything I need to explain. I will say that the dehydrator you only put on your natural nail, as well as the protein bond. You really don't need to put it on the overlay that's already there. One thing I do want to mention, and a lot of people don't realize this, is dehydrator only works on your nails for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you need to reapply if you haven't already done that nail, because your natural oils start coming back. Just a little tidbit tip, if you didn't already know that. So my last step in prepping is a rubber base coat or a regular base coat, depending on what you want to use. I am a heavy lifter, so I'm going to use rubber base coat for these. And I put it on the palette, and I'm going to do a super, super thin coat using a small brush. You don't have to do it this way. You can do it with a brush if you so choose. This is just the way I've always done it because it helps with making sure my nail's not quite as thick. And once that base coat is completely laid down on the nails, you cure it for 60 seconds. And then you are ready to go with your gel application. Before you do the curing, make sure you are using a cleanup brush around your skin and so that the gel is not touching your skin. We don't want allergies, folks. Clear builder gel, and y'all, I've had this jar for forever. It's starting to run low, so I'm gonna have to get some more soon. And I am going to use, instead of a brush, as you can see, I am using a cuticle pusher to do my application. This may seem very, very strange, but it really helped me get into those side crevices and around the cuticle without getting builder gel on the cuticle or on my skin. It just gives me a lot of control, which I don't have with a brush. I also seem to have less marks or missed spots when I do it this way. So what do you think about this? You see how easy that's going on? And without any issues, there are no brush marks, no indentions, no nothing. It just goes on absolutely perfectly. So would you try this using a cuticle pusher? Let me know what you think about it. Have you ever tried doing it this way? And would you try doing it this way? And if you do try it, let me know what you think of it and how it went for you. And here's what they look like after being cured. And we're just going to clean them with some alcohol and continue on to do some filing. So as you know, gel is really soft, so you don't need a harsh file. The 100, 180 is just fine. And I actually use the finer side to do these filing. And here I just go on the side walls and make sure that those side walls are nice and straight. Then I go to the cuticle area, and then finally I do the top to make sure my shape is good. And then lastly, I do the shaping on the tip free edge of the nail. And you really don't need to assert any pressure while filing when you're dealing with builder gels, because it is soft and it's easy to file too much. And we definitely don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch, and if there's anything else I need to explain, I will pop back in.